What's up, everyone? Vote talk is ramping up ahead of the next eviction, plus is at the end of the Pentagon, and previous evictee Matt has taken to Instagram Live to complain about the competitions and his eviction. We've got so much to talk about, so welcome to your live feed update. Right, before we get started, I would just like to ask people kindly to hit the subscribe button. We recently hit 25k and we're now on the road to 30k, so join in, join the party. I do live feed updates here every single day, so basically if you miss out on anything Big Brother related and you feel like you're not in the loop, just pop by here and you will be a Big Brother expert in just 10 minutes time. But anyways, folks, please subscribe, hit the like button. That one really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm, because the YouTube algorithm, I've kind of been vulnerable about this, hasn't been too kind to me this year, so please hit the like button to get my videos out there more. Plus also, if you feel like supporting the channel, I do put a lot of effort into these videos, so please consider hitting up my PayPal link in the description below or leaving a super thanks. Let's get on with the video. Today's first update is about the Pentagon, and it's kind of funny on some aspects, because I will remind everybody, the members of the Pentagon, the dominant alliance so far in Big Brother 26, are Quinn, Brooklyn, Cam, Cedric, and Chelsea. Okay. Many viewers have taken to social media because I think a lot of people are getting sick of the Pentagon. More so, not necessarily the people in it, but more so the dominant alliance. I, for one, am never a fan of a steamroll, which is why I'm rooting for Tchoco and Angela as underdogs. I always go for the underdog. Every single year, I'm always team underdog. That's why I enjoyed America and Corey towards the end of their stint last year, and Taylor in 24, and then in 23. 23 was different though, because I really loved the cookout, and Tiffany was my favourite. Although I did really like Claire and Derek X as well. I thought they were great. But anyways, I love the underdog point of the story is, and you know, people have taken to social media to say blow up the Pentagon, and all the memes have begun, because something hilarious is, imagine if the FBI is seeing on Twitter the trend blow up the Pentagon. They're going to be like, Mr. President, we need to get you to the bunker. When literally we're only talking about a reality TV show set in a parking lot in California, nowhere near the Pentagon. It's kind of hilarious, to be honest. But okay, false alarm, Mr. President. But that's something that's going on at the moment. People don't want to steamroll, so hashtag blow up the Pentagon is trending at the moment, with no affiliation of the actual Pentagon, just the Pentagon on Big Brother. I've got to say, there's a couple of people in the Pentagon that I do like. I would say some of them are coasting, some of them are leading. I've been actively vouching for Chelsea and Brooklyn. I do think Chelsea and Brooklyn are running the game at this point, but is their luck running out? Because I think people are starting to think there are cracks starting to show. I think Chemo got wind of the Pentagon and he's considering telling Tucker about it. And if Tucker gets it, he could blow a crack right down the middle. Hell, if Tucker wins HOH, he's going for Quinn. So I don't know. This is going into this week. It's a detrimental week for the Pentagon. And whether or not it will be blown up. Once again, Mr. President, that is a hoax. We are talking about a reality TV show set in a parking lot in California. Do not worry about the actual Pentagon. The only Pentagon we are talking about is the one consisting of Cedric, Cam, Brooklyn, Chelsea, and Quinn. Once again, set in a parking lot in California. Another crack in the Pentagon is starting to show, because Joseph is starting to lose trust in Quinn. Quinn has handled his deepfake HOH terribly, and I think a lot of the house guests have found it quite obnoxious how he's kind of going around the house quite big-headedly about his deepfake HOH, which is supposed to be a secret. But you know what? Everyone knows anyway. Let Quinn do what he wants, but I guess he's only damaging his own game. For me, I see there's a lot of sides being taken this year of, I'm Team Angela, I'm Team Tucker, I'm Team Quinn, for me, I don't hate anyone in there. Like, I think you'll get more enjoyment out of the show if you can shake the dislike or the hate off you somehow and just go, do you know what? I'm not a fan of Angela. I'm not a fan of Quinn. I love Tucker or whoever. Those names are interchangeable. But, if you can find yourself doing that and just enjoying the show for what it is, a clash of personalities, you will get so much more enjoyment out of watching this. But anyways, back on game talk, Joseph is starting to lose trust in Quinn. I think for that reason, he has been showboating a lot this week with his power, and I think it's rubbing people up the wrong way, and he's losing trust there. Quinn he's got an uphill battle. Let's just put it that way. He's got an uphill battle. Not as much of an uphill battle as Tucker and Angela, but because he's in the main Pentagon in the alliance, in the big alliance of the season. But maybe it's only a matter of time before people start to go, we need to cut our losses with Quinn. But I'm interested to see what he can do, because again, Quinn seems like somebody, when his back's against the wall, he's going to try, just like Tchoco. And once again, going back to what I said, seeing the clash of personalities and the clash of determination, that is what Big Brother is about for me. It's not about picking sides. It's not about saying this person's better than that. I love watching the hamsters in the hamster cage doing what they do best, fighting it out and trying to win $750,000. I love Big Brother. Now, Tchoco and Chemo have came under a lot of fire from viewers over the past week or so due to the way they have navigated this week. They have quickly realised that in terms of the house structure, they are towards the bottom, and they've continued to talk about that and complain about it all week. And then viewers have started to get incredibly frustrated with them because they keep saying things like, so what are we going to do about this? We're going to blow it up. We're going to blow shit up. And then they do nothing. And people find that very, very frustrating because, do you know, year after year when we see these house guests that are in that position where there are still enough people in the game to make that change. You know what I mean? Like Michael Jackson said, I'm gonna make a change. Grab Angela, grab Tchoco, grab Rubina, grab anybody, grab MJ, and stack the vote on another person that isn't Rubina or MJ, what the majority of the house wants. Put the vote on Cedric. Chemo suggested that. Chemo brought this up. He brought this up and said, I want to put the vote on Cedric. Let's flip this house on its head. Great talk. But then Tchoco comes in, and God love her. I do love Tchoco. I think she's a beautiful person. Beautiful soul. And she says, no, she doesn't want to do it because she doesn't like the group that she would end up with. I like Tchoco as much as the next person, but straight to camera right now, sometimes you got to do what you got to do in the Big Brother game, and it doesn't matter what people you end up with. Tchoco, if you don't make a move soon, the Pentagon will vote you out, whether or not you are with the people you like or not, and you will have to sit in the jury house with them. It is annoying, and I can understand why a lot of people are getting frustrated, because Chemo actually grew a bit of a backbone there and said, let's do it. Let's go for Cedric. Let's blow shit up. Let's put a crack in the Pentagon. And then Tchoco's like, no, I don't really like the group I'd end up with. The game's still fluid, even if she was then stuck with Tchoco, Angela, all those people, she can still flip-flop. She can jump back to Chelsea and Brooklyn if she wants to, if she wants to make those bridges. Hell, I mean, she'd be in a good position. Chelsea and Brooklyn would be looking for somebody to jump back. And Tchoco's just... It's annoying, because she's had a decent read on the game so far, and now she's been one of those house guests that's sitting there, complaining about the power structure, and not doing anything about it until it gets too late, and then you're out the door anyway. So... while there is still time, I'm sending good vibes, and I'm hoping the universe is going to convince Tchoco to get on board with Chemo to then get the group together to do that Cedric vote. But I don't think it's going to happen, to be honest. There has been more vote talk ramping up on, are we going to send Rubina out? Are we going to keep Rubina? Nothing really centric around MJ or Cedric, because the vote this week isn't really a vote against MJ. It's a vote for... or against Rubina, because there's either going to be enough people who are going to be like, let's keep Rubina around, or enough people who are like, let's get rid of Rubina. In my opinion, the smart game move is to take out Rubina, because that's Tchoco's right-hand woman, and that would... I don't know. I think either way, Tchoco's got a dog in him that isn't going to stop whether or not Rubina's there or not. There's a fire lit under his belly, and, I'm sure if the bookies were to put on odds this week on who's going to win HOH, I'm sure Tchoco would be at the top, because I know for a fact, whether or not we know the comp yet or not, at the top of the list, there is going to be Tchoco, because people know he is more determined than anybody in that house to get that head of household power and get that key to the room, so he can mess stuff up. But as of right now, it keeps going back and forth. It's really going to come down to if MJ or Rubina wins the AI arena. If Cedric wins, that's where it's going to get interesting. But if MJ wins, Rubina goes. If Rubina wins, MJ goes. It's a fluid week still. And expect the unexpected, including the blowing up of the Pentagon. Again, Mr. President, I'm sorry, that was a false alarm. We mean the Pentagon in a parking lot in California, not the actual... Yes, Mr. President. Yes. Yeah. You have a great day too. Okay, bye, sir. See ya. Take care. Now for today's headline, quite a frustrating one. So Matt, our first evictee of Big Brother 26, was on an Instagram live video with our second evictee, Lisa, and our third evictee, Sweet Kenny K. Kenny. Matt took to Instagram to complain about the competitions. Now, there has been a lot of praise for the Big Brother competitions this year because they've been labelled as equitable and more people have been able to win them. And I agree, it's been great. You know, it hasn't just been the frat bro who wins every single comp because they are physical, you know. We've seen a whole host of mental, physical, strategical comps so far, and you know, up until Tchoco started getting his second wins, I'm pretty sure there'd been a new winner. At least, put it this way, at least half the house has won a competition so far, which is pretty awesome, right? Because so many times it's usually the same 2 or 3 people winning, but about half the house. I think they saw what happened last year, how Jag won like every single veto competition, so they were like, we need to change things up, and they have. And you can't even say that Tucker's dominating now, because I mean, Tucker has shown he's won both physical and mental comps, but anyways, Matt has taken to Instagram to say that the competition where it was he and Chemo and Kenny in the AI arena, and they had to look on the wall to look at which faces popped up the most, and you know, and they oh, my light's gone. We're going to do this. This is Big Brother After Dark. Oh, here we go. We're in the red room now. Okay. So, basically, he took to Instagram and started complaining about how it wasn't equitable and it wasn't fair and he didn't get a fair shot. He was saying it was basically a shot in the dark for each of those 3, how Chemo ended up winning that. But no, I heavily disagree. You know, I saw somebody take to Twitter and retweet this video and said, you know what, like, equitable comps don't even help if I think it was, let me find this actually. It was worth a look at, because this pretty much summed up how I feel about it. I'll read this out because he was mouthing off saying, you know, it wasn't equitable enough. But anyways, a mental comp is not a crapshoot just because you have no mental capacity. Yeah, to me that sounds like somebody who's used to winning and is butthurt that they got beat by somebody else. Chemo won the AI arena fair and square in week 1. And I believe it was because he was the most skilled in that arena. And I think complaining about it, because listen, I'm sure he wouldn't have complained about it if it was, you know, see who can hold on the wall the longest, or see who can hold onto a pole for the longest, or, you know, see who can hold this weight for the longest. You got outsmarted, buddy, and now you're complaining about it on Instagram Live, but you got outplayed. You played a terrible game in week 1, where you were quite obnoxious around the house and you complained about people cooking for you. Why don't you cook for yourself if you want to complain about people's cooking? Listen, I'm sure you seem like a decent enough guy outside the game, but Chemo won that fair and square, and I don't think it's cool because that's almost discrediting his win. And Big Brother's Big Brother, and 9 times out of 10, it's that kind of archetype that makes it really, really far. And Chemo's archetype usually is one of the first boots. So I think if anything, that showed that comps are more equitable, because Chemo's actually made it a decent way in the game now, and Matt is sitting on Instagram Live complaining about the competitions. That is all of your live feed updates for today, folks. I thoroughly hope you all enjoyed watching, even though we had to listen to that drivel from Matt about how he wants comps to be more equitable for men who look like him. Anyways, we have got some positivity to end today's video, even though we're doing this in the dark because my light gave out. We've got some super thanks to say thanks for, because some wonderful people came through yesterday, and I just got to thank them so freaking much because they are awesome, awesome people. Okay, so first of all, Pat Perry channel, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's very, very kind. I hope you have a wonderful day, my friend. Panda Rose, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, and I love the profile picture of the shark. That is really, really, really cool. My next one goes to somebody who has been very, very present every single day, and I just appreciate them so, so much. It's Soja Girl. Y'all will know her name by now because every single day she's showing up and just being the sweetest. So thank you so, so much, Soja Girl. I appreciate you from East Tennessee, aka Appalachia. Marie Carnley, thank you so, so much. I appreciate you. You know, you've been supporting for a few years now, and that means the world to me. Thank you so, so much. That's very, very generous. I appreciate you. Purple Majestics 2539, thank you so, so much, my darling. I appreciate you ever so much. Finding Laurie 6645, I appreciate you so freaking much. Now, the biggest shout out of the day, and I don't want to get choked up here, but it goes to Elizabeth 9879E9I. That is an incredibly generous super thanks, and when I saw that off camera, I did have a little cry to myself, so you did make me very, very emotional. That is so incredibly generous. I appreciate you ever so much, my darling. Elizabeth, I'm sending you the biggest hug right now. I hope you have the best day, and please say hi in today's video. I'd love to be able to thank you there in the comment section. And Joyce Sigma 23263, thank you so, so much. Oh wait, Elizabeth did say, love your videos and the songs, keep it up, Tom. Love you. I love you too, Elizabeth. But Joyce says, thanks for all the time you put into this channel and all the fun you put into it. Been watching 2, maybe 3 seasons now, and I love your enthusiasm. Joyce, I do it for folks like you, you know, and that really means the world, that you realize the effort and the fun I do try and put into this, because I know Big Brother can be a dreary landscape sometimes, and I do try and keep the enthusiasm going, and I appreciate you acknowledging that, Joyce, and that's a very, very generous super thanks. I appreciate you, my darling. And then the last one today goes to Chloe Williams on PayPal. Thank you so, so much, Chloe. Chloe says, why do you think Tchoco and Chemo... Oh, this is relevant. Why do you think Tchoco and Chemo are scared to flip on the collective when they know that the Pentagon was formed without them? Also, much love. I think it's nerves. I think it's nerves, Chloe. I think it's nerves. But I think if they let the nerves overtake them and they don't make the move, they're going to regret it. You know, they have to. It's more so a case of when they make the move, and if they don't make the move, they are screwed. And they might as well go out swinging. Is my point. I think it's nerves, and sometimes you just need to put your big boy pants on and go, I need to make a move right now, or otherwise I'm going to be in the jury first. So it is nerves, I think, and they need to do something fast. But anyways, great question, Chloe. Thank you so, so much to all those wonderful people who sent in super thanks and PayPal. Y'all warm my heart every single day, and I will remind everybody as well. The PayPal link is in the description below, and the super thanks is down there as well. If you got any enjoyment out of this video, please consider donating to the channel. It helps me keep chugging on, and helps me keep going, and helps me get more coffee, because boy does it take a lot of coffee to get through a Big Brother season. But anyways, folks, thank you so, so much for everybody's support. I hope you're all having a wonderful week. I'm ready for tomorrow. Well, we've got the eviction, and I'm excited. Things are going good, and apparently a new twist. Anyways, thank you so, so much for watching, everybody. I appreciate you all. Make sure you don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to all of that wonderful stuff. But until your next live feed update, I've been your host, Tom Vasey. Good night.